guys. Welcome to Illustrate Radio, powered by Bliss FM. We are streaming live our Studio 202 DC Facebook page. Hey, this is
Gang,
T
gang.
Gray. Make sure that you guys don't miss us on any of our platforms. We're also on iHeartRadio. I got my girl Lucky with me. What's up, Lucky?
Gang, 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 gang. Hey, what's up, T Gray? How you doing? I'm loving the hair. You always cover with a little bit of giving us some spice and everything, sugar and spice and everything nice. You know, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Listen, I've been needing to see your smile all week here. All week.
Oh, thank you.
I know
Happy Hump
the
Day.
people out there in the Facebook world. Yes, happy hump day. Yes,
Happy
so
Hump Day. I've been needing to see you too. And I appreciate you, by the way. Like, I really genuinely appreciate you. Your energy and your spirit is everything. It's like you always know the right things to say to kind of make somebody feel better about themselves. I appreciate that.
oh, you
I
so
wanted to publicly say that. You
welcome.
know
You
what I'm
so
saying?
welcome. Thank you. I take payment in marijuana.
But, hold on, wait.
Payment.
You know I got you.
Tip me. Okay.
Sissy
All
Sweet
you
got
out
you.
there in the
You know
Facebook world. Tip me.
what I'm saying? Hit me with that good
So
thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So we're going to get right into it, you guys. It's Wednesday. It's a lot of stuff going on already this week. So many great topics coming up in our Spit That Ish. But before we get to that, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with this love. And today is love and realizing your true potential. Now, we've all been home. Some of us are still at work, whatever the case may be during this pandemic. But people are finding all these new revenue streams and all these new dreams and passions and things that we may have given up on once before in life. And now we're going out and getting it. So first, shout out to my boy J. Cole, who wants to be in the NBA now. Okay, that was his dream, you guys,
I
before
know.
he that was his dream before he became a multi-platinum artist. And he's really taking a real stab at it. Like people are taking this real legit right now. So you might see J. Cole on some tryouts. A few basketball teams say, "Hey, you want to get on? Come on in the bubble. Come on in the bubble. Let's see what we can do with you. Let's see what we can do with you." So
And was it
I'm
Maverick?
for it.
I'm trying to remember what team. I'm trying to remember what team that was that actually said, "Come
I
on and try out."
thought
You know, we got a
it
lot of
was
open spots.
Detroit. I thought it
Okay.
was
Okay.
Detroit. I could be wrong.
I know
I could
somebody
be
would agree
wrong.
with it. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
either way it goes. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him for saying, hey, this is still a dream of mine. This is something I really want to see through. I'm happy for Deion Cole. Everybody knows that he's a comedian, but this nigga be straight giving you nothing but pure gold when he's DJing. And he's been DJing the whole COVID pandemic. Like people are really tapping into their passions. Even your girl T Gray. I
Mm-hmm.
started a new business and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Yes, yes. I started a new business, you guys. So make sure you all check out my Get These Laughs entertainment. I'm doing comedy shows now, so I'm the producer, I'm the promoter, and I'm making some things happen. And it's been very valuable to me, just as a person, just as a woman, and growing and being able to really challenge myself and have something more substantial coming out of this pandemic. So just love and potential. If you're not realizing your potential, if you're not doing something positive, if all you're doing is sitting and collecting checks, you ain't saving money, you're not figuring out how to build a business, you're not figuring out how to LLC something, you're not doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I
Amen.
mean? I don't care what
Hallelujah.
you do.
And if
If
y'all
you're
need
not
some help,
doing
I got y'all.
something, yes, and channeling your passions and really diving in, like what you
Mm-hmm.
doing? What you doing all these 4, 5, 6, 7 months?
Facts.
Okay, you guys.
Facts.
So, yes, but lucky.
Collecting all this good old
What is up with your
unemployment
just
too.
my luck? I know it.
Okay, so
I know it.
it's just my luck that I actually want to talk about a topic that you kind of touched on, which is digital marketing. So Little Bootsy did an interview on Vlad TV that pretty much talked about the reasons why he pretty much calmed down on his Instagram getting wet, doing the wet, because you know he was doing a wet T-shirt contest type of thing, and
Mm-hmm.
him and Tory Lanez was keeping up the fuckery. So Instagram pretty much reached out to him and was just like, look, let's see if this or we're going to cut you off. He said, man, I can't do that because I had to learn to relax because at the end of the day, this is my job. It put things in perspective for me. And Brother Ben X followed up with an actual good concept saying that, if you don't even have another stream of income, you're one step away from being broke. Right. And there are so many things that we can do and utilize online. I mean, we're online every single day. So he actually has a digital marketing class. It's a lot of people that have digital marketing classes to show you how to pretty much turn your online presence into money. And that can be done. Okay. It can. Everyone has everything online. I don't have a storefront. 90% of my sales are from online. 90%. So I really want to encourage our people to kind of make sure that y'all have y'all digital real estate, in there somewhere, whether it's making YouTube videos, whether it's doing cooking classes online, having comedy shows online, like my beautiful, beautiful host, T. Gray. And, just making sure that you keep that income going through because I had a lot of time. A lot of us, some of us, not me, because I still been working and doing my business at the same time, but some of us have been literally making more money than me sitting at home collecting that check. And I really hope that y'all utilize that money and put it towards something that is going to be the betterment of you and your family, because it's not just you, obviously. So, just think longevity wise and let's make sure we get that shit going because it's a lot of money to be made. And I don't care if somebody else is doing something that you want to do. There are like over 500 different type of bread. Always think the bread food out mentality, the bread out mentality. It's 1 billion or 500 different food bread brands out there, but they're all making money. Okay. So it's time to sit. Let's make sure we get to it.
Yes, most definitely.
And that's it for me.
Definitely. Yo, but you always be hitting on some stuff, girl. We be looking forward to that every Wednesday. Y'all make sure y'all don't miss this Just My Luck or this Love and because we're gonna give you something, okay? By next Wednesday, you should come back with a positive report of what we did, damn it. Okay, so we're gonna get right into the spit that ish. So much is going on, and I know that the entire country, especially the Democratic side, is all a buzz because Miss Kamala Harris has been named as the vice president or the running mate for Joe Biden. So we can't call her vice president yet. We don't know what's going to happen when this election comes, but the country in general seems to be really, really happy. You get a lot of different things when you think of Kamala. You get a woman of color. You get a woman, period. She does have a fantastic background. I don't necessarily agree with all her principles. But I can say that given some of the people that we've had in office, which one of them have we really agreed on all their principles? And for the broader spectrum, I think it was big for Joe Biden to make that move. He announced his selection over text messages and then a follow-up email to his supporters. He said, hey, it's some big news. He's chosen Kamala as his running mate, and together with you, we're going to beat Trump. So I'm hoping that is the case. I'm hoping that is the case. I want to be ecstatic. I want to be happy for it. But she does have some things that's going to have to come into question. And I know that the Republicans are going to bring it to light. I know there's going to be a lot of other Democrats who are going to bring it to light. But she do have some things that come into question. But it seems like people are excited. What do you think?
My honest opinion, I want to throw the whole ballot away. But I guess for Joe Biden, to me, that was a good play that he did because she is a Black woman. She's a Howard alum. And that's what we're mostly focused on is like her beautiful background that she has. And I think that's what they wanted as well. Am I like super excited? No. Because I don't
she
agree
said
with
she's not a Black woman.
Yeah, she said she's not a Black woman and that she has been making. and she has Jamaican, like her father's Jamaican, so it kind of like she just
You are
throws
what
me
your daddy
off.
is.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm not really excited about her policies and other things that she has voted on and put into play. I don't even like Biden, to be honest, but I guess it's better than Trump. Because, I mean, and I wouldn't even say that because Trump is a devil that I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know
Mm.
what Biden, because Biden is also very back and forth. He's very, I don't really know if the grass is greener on the other side type of thing, because even he's very wishy-washy. Even he has said some things like, I know that black people are going to vote for me because I'm Democrat, or I like those
Mm-hmm.
types of things in interviews that he's had with like Charlemagne and other black hostesses, which is just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mind-boggling to me. But if you listen to those interviews, you'll even hear it. And every time I look into his eyes, I see black. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I kind of have mixed emotions. You already know how I am with that when it comes
Yeah,
to
but it's
politics and
interesting.
religion.
But I think once Trump came into office and has been able to spew whatever type of rhetoric he wants, like now the world has just grown accustomed to that. You know what I mean?
Still to it. Yeah.
So that a person like Joe Biden can say, well, what else you gotta lose? You know what I mean? And he's not necessarily wrong, but he ain't right neither. You know what I mean? It was very, very poor choice in a lot of the words he chose toward the end of that Charlemagne video. And even with him choosing
Yeah.
Kamala,
Yeah.
Obama was like, it was really heavy on him. It was something, he had to go against his own principles, his own outlook. So you for real didn't want her at first. You know what I mean? Somebody probably said something to you like, hey, this is how you're going to win.
It would be
Because to be
to win.
honest
Yeah,
with you,
this
I
would be
don't
a
think
good
that there's
idea.
anybody. Right. I don't think that there's anybody else that he would have picked as a running mate that would have given him the necessary push forward to get through some of his shit. Really. That's just being
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm. Yeah.
But we gonna
Facts.
keep it moving, you guys. So next thing up, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is going to be rebooted as a drama series. So everybody who's anybody, unless you've been living under a rock, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is something that I grew up on. This is something that my
Rough
kids,
on,
still
yeah.
watch reruns. You know what I mean? So unless you nobody who don't know who Will Smith is, okay, the reboot does not star Will Smith as the lead character. So I'm wondering how that's going to be and who they're going to pick. But to take that show and make it a drama is not far-fetched. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did have a lot of dramatic moments, but it was
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
comedy. So I don't know how people are going to be able to receive it. It's going to be on Netflix or HBO. They're considered streaming the show.
Netflix,
Still with
yeah,
the same
Netflix
basis,
really
still with
trying
the
to do their
young
thing.
kid, moved to West Philly from West Philly to LA. So the storyline is going to be the same, but I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical.
Yeah, I'm a little low key skeptical too, and I wonder what hand he has in it, as far as with production and stuff like that, because that would be kind of major. I feel as though they kind of need the mastermind who was already behind it in the first place. And to try to make it into a drama, yeah, we'll see. It's interesting because I'm just glad to see that we have our presence is being more felt now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And as far as on Netflix and the networks that our children are watching now. So my kids love
mm-hmm,
Family Matters now because it's on Hulu and Netflix. So
mm-hmm.
I'm so for I'm so for this, and I'm excited to see it too. But I'm kind of in the same area as you, a little reluctant that it's going to be good.
Yeah, so I hope that the cast can
I
just
hope
fit
it
the bill
is.
because there's going to be a lot of expectation, even with it being a drama. Black folks, we're critical. Okay, we critical, so it's going to be a lot of expectation when you bringing that show back on any level, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next thing up, you guys, they done made two of my favorite West Indian men upset out here, you guys. And what you don't
See,
do,
yeah, them can't do that. Them can't do that.
what
Them
you
can't do that to the
don't
queen
do
and them.
is mess with any West Indians, okay, male or female. You need to know your place, okay? So
Yeah,
Beenie Man
especially
blasts
Jamaican.
Billboard for leaving him and Bounty Killer off the cover. What?
Them
Okay,
can't do
now mind
that.
you, the cover was based on these versus battles, and the cover was the versus effect. So anyone who has been following the battles knows that Beenie
Mm.
Man and Bounty Killer was one of the best ones. And it's, to me, totally separate. That's a whole genre of music. Like, they represented an entire, might as well say a whole nation when they did that, as opposed to
Right.
the multiple different rappers that we got. So when it happened, of course, he had a lot to say, and what he said was legit. Like, when will dance hall get its recognition? And that is so true. That is so true. Their influence and their impact on the industry can be heard and seen in so
Period.
many different
It's
avenues,
heavy.
so many different areas.
It's heavy. They don't call us the eye for nothing. Everything as
Right.
far as culture wise, a lot of the things that we do, a lot of the fashions that we keep, a lot of these trends start in Jamaica. So we really do need to, they had one of the biggest, if not the biggest verses as far
Hmm.
as watchers and views and reviews, even with the memes. It was lit. It was so lit. I know y'all don't have Ludacris. I was trying to look to see if y'all had Ludacris and Nelly on it, and theirs was the worst. And y'all got
Yeah,
them on the cover? Like,
absolutely.
come on.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Absolutely.
We could be
But
heard in
Swiss
every
Beats,
genre.
yeah, but Swiss Beats did repost and photoshopped another edition of the cover, and he put Beenie Man and Bounty Killer front and center. So I think on Swiss's part, like, that was a good look for him. But overall, I think it said a whole lot about what, to me, the American standard is. And
Yeah.
when you think of Billboard, you don't necessarily think about people of color. You don't think about our impact. Normally, when it comes to Billboard, we are not as appreciated. It takes us the work 10 times harder to get in the top 10 and the top 20,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the category it is, the top 100, whatever the category it is. So for them to remove them from the picture, Photoshop, like, I'm not surprised. We don't run Billboard. Okay. I'm not
So hold on
surprised.
there, hold on there,
But
hold
at
on
the
there.
same,
Hold on there. Hold on. So they were on the cover and then they got
they
removed,
took them
or
out.
they were never
Mhm.
placed on the cover?
No, they
Oh
were
no.
in the picture. They took them out and then released the cover without them on it. And then
Oh no.
Swiss went back and photoshopped them back in.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's yeah, that's blood clot disrespect. You know, I can't. Okay, I that just made me even more mad because it wasn't like, oh, you can't even say, oh, we forgot about you and say that
Right.
because you
Right.
definitely thought.
Right.
Wow, that's
I think it
unfair.
was a numbers
Like,
game.
fuck
I think it was a
Billboard.
numbers game. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But
yeah.
that's how most
Oh, they
stuff
may have
is
done it for
anyway.
controversy.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we're going to keep pushing more music news, more music news. So, you guys, we were just talking the other week about Loon getting out of jail. Okay. So now he's
Yeah.
all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He sat down with the Breakfast Club for an interview, in which during that interview, he said that he has yet to sit down and talk to Diddy. Now, he said that his relationship with Puff was great, and it was swell as long as they got along. But of course, with any type of relationship, you know that there are some hiccups when it comes down to business, especially that's
Mm-hmm.
already mandated and confirmed. Now, I don't know if that means, hey, there was some contract issues or
So
whatever
always
the
a
case
contract
may
issue
be.
at bad.
Hey, I would only say that He Loon is it has he grew. He grew locked while he was in jail. So he's coming out of jail a humble man. Okay. And I like the way that he speaks about the situation, because even though he could be real hood about it, he could be, F puffy, this, that, the third,
Right.
he's been a real gentleman in how he's discussed it and in how he's handled it. He added in that interview that Diddy and his friendship had been tarnished because they did business first, as opposed to maybe being friends first. But you know, when it comes down to people in business and going to jail and business not being right, it does seem like that's a real Puff Daddy situation. It seems like at least
Mhm.
every other artist has, what I'm
Yes,
saying,
every other
has to
artist
go to jail.
like
Every
Rob.
other
Like, I
Bad
could go
Boy artist.
on like even the low tier ones like Dylon and all the other ones who like just think about that. And they're never really
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But they slave and they work. So I'm not sure what the relationship was prior to, him coming out, prior to him going in.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but if it wasn't like that, if y'all weren't buddy buddy chummy chummy before you went in, then it's not going to be that when
Right.
you come out, and it might take some time.
Right.
It might have taken a little bit of growth. I think he should also give him a chance to reach out. But P Diddy is a bougie, badass motherfucker nigga. I hate to use the N word, my bad,
He
but he is bougie.
is, but at the very least, he did pay the man. We can say that he did pay the man. Loon owned all of his publishing rights, and Diddy gave him his money. So at the end of the day, he did what he was supposed to do, but apparently along the way,
Dude, right,
he was shit afoot.
right. Yeah, but and then again, when doing business and friendship, you have to know. Like that's why I think I'm very good at that. Clearly separating the two. If I have an issue with you personally, it is not going to affect business. If I have an issue with you business wise, it's not going to affect us personally because we have to separate the two. And a
Yeah.
lot of us cannot do that. It's like
Mm-hmm.
when you come to work with your
Mm-hmm.
emotions, or when you know how to cut your emotions off as soon as you walk through that door. You have to do the same thing when dealing business and friends. And if you cannot, if you are one of the people who carry your emotions with you throughout the day, never mix business and friendship ever, because you can't handle it.
Well, so like you just
That's
told
my
everybody out there in the Facebook world, she ain't never gonna be my friend. No. It's business, bitch.
I can separate it. I can separate it. We can definitely be friends and separate business. You know what I'm saying? I love to make money with all of my everybody on my team. So let's do it. I'm with the shits. You know what I'm saying?
So this story up next, you guys, it kind of tripped me out a little bit because I'm a chick with a lot of tattoos, but let me tell you, that
You
name
weird.
one of them is of Eminem. So this woman has so many tattoos of Eminem that she could set a world record. How crazy
What
is
is that?
that? How much of a fan do you have to be? A young Scottish woman from Bridge of Dawn. This Bridge of Dawn in Aberdeen. I'm sorry, you guys. She liked Eminem so much that she
Is it
now
47?
has 47 tattoos, but 23 of them are of the rapper. 23. She started getting tattoos at 19. Um, and she was really hoping to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. And so this part of that puzzle, the fact that 23 of those are of Eminem, might get her into the Book of Guinness World Records. Now, I don't know if Guinness cuts you a check, but I wouldn't want to be in there for that. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't want to be in
Like,
there for tattoos of Eminem.
I'm like, hold up, they not paying you, but you just getting recognition, like your name in a book. I don't get it. I really want to know what the hype is because ain't no way I'm getting Eminem tattooed all over me.
Oh,
Like,
man. So
did
listen,
he with
you
me?
guys.
I never got a chance to meet him. Like, will you ever meet him? Have he?
So
Does he know these?
that's absolutely
Weird.
crazy. But she says that she fell in love with him after hearing the song Stan. And you guys, I'm sitting here going over this information when it said that she is a real Stan. I'm like, what is and it just clicked because the dude was crazy in the song. That's the dude who had put the girlfriend all in the truck and
Stay.
everything.
I just got that too because when I think Stan,
He
I think
caught me
super
off guard.
fan. So they,
Like I'm gonna just act like my producer
I
just
thought
walked in and handed a piece of paper to me. He caught me off
I thought Stan meant super fan. So you really just taught me something like no, for real. You understand?
you guys, you
Shit.
have to bear with us.
Please
It's
do.
Wednesday. Okay. It has been a long week already. Okay. But that's
You have to
crazy to
have.
me. So
We're gonna
I
talk
can't imagine. Listen, and I wonder if he's reached out to her or if he has even seen any of these tattoos. You know, Eminem is he's a little bit private. So when it comes to like fan
about
art and things of that nature, like you don't necessarily hear about him putting anybody on display that does any positive works following him or what he
him,
does.
yeah.
So I hope
Mm-hmm.
he'll at least get a girl a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wants you, may not be Mariah Carey, but clearly this Nikki Patterson all the way in Scotland, she wants you. Go get her. And all them 23 tattoos in your
Something,
face. So
something
before we
wrong.
get to our hot take,
Stay off
everybody
the
out
kids.
there
Hold on, wait,
watching
kids.
us on
I was about to say, kid, I just want to give a quick message to the kids. Stay away from drugs, okay? Because that will help you a lot through life and you won't have 23 out of 47, 42 tattoos of a famous person who's never seen you or probably never meet you in life, okay? All right. That is all.
and
That
that
is
is all.
all.
Yes. So everybody out there watching us on our Studio 202 DC platform, we're about to get into our hot takes. If you have comments, you have questions, make sure you put it in there because we would love to get your feedback on this. Okay. So our hot take for tonight is things you should never post about your relationship. So I'm going to say that this list could probably
Mm.
go on and on and on.
Or
But the first thing
forever.
for me, but the first thing for me that you shouldn't post about your relationship is the fact that you have one in the first place. Why should your
I was going to
relationship status, yes, why should your
say
relationship status
the word.
change within social media and bear any amount of weight on anything or anybody, whether I'm single, married,
Mhm.
divorced, complicated. They probably got entanglement on there now. Who knows? But whose business is that?
Thank God. Period.
Who business is that? That's first thing. First thing. Don't ask, don't tell.
Facts.
What do you think, Lucky?
Okay, so I think another thing you shouldn't put on a relationship status is whenever you get into like these little petty but not so petty arguments, like he cheated on you or you cheated on him, or that type of thing. Someone actually literally posted like a whole video of him catching his girlfriend cheating. I just feel like that's a bitch move. I feel like it just makes people look at you different, and that's just not for the world to see. Try to figure out how to deal with things on your own before putting it on social media. I'm trying to think what else would I say. I'm gonna bounce it back to you because I have something else in my mind, but I can't. I'm trying to see how I can word it. So,
So
I'm
what
stalling,
I
but go ahead.
would not post, no, but what I wouldn't post on my social media, and people will probably think that that's crazy. But if you are in a relationship, you're a committed relationship, about to get married, I don't think that you should post that. I don't think that you should post your wedding photos. Um, and I only say that because sometimes it could be helpful, but then sometimes it could be to yours or somebody else's own detriment. It is so many people busy hating And you
And
never really
praying and
know.
praying.
Right. You never really know how much hating they doing until you got a wedding or a funeral. Okay. Those two things will show you people's true colors. And I mean,
Like
even
no.
all the way to the slick comments under the photo. You know what I mean? Because people sometimes, when you're friends, you may know your personal lives. We share. You know what I mean? Females share, dudes share. And all it takes is
Mhm.
one hating ass person to, oh, well, that's not what you said about that bitch last week. You know what I mean? Oh, you loving her now. Oh, you loving him
Are you
today.
loving that?
Like,
And they are adding, and then another thing you should never post when you have a matey, and what Jamaicans call a matey is a side chick. When you have a side chick that you actually kind of know about, like there's a website called Pink Wall. I don't even want to give it no kind of attention for real, but it just is so petty and it's so like why do they have screenshot posts of like people actually being accepting of the fuckery behaviors that go on in your relationships? The fact that you and the girl going back and forth, text message, just never post your problems, period, on social media, especially your relationship problems. I think that just overall it's just petty, and it just puts a lot of pressure, like you said. It leaves less explanation. People not looking at you like you're a fucking idiot unless you really just don't care. I mean, I don't give a fuck either. I don't put my business as far as my personal life on social media. I barely want to post my kids, um, because I believe in kind of like just enjoying the moment. And that's another thing that I would also like to add: enjoying the moment. Enjoy the moment. Everyone doesn't have to know every single step in your relationship. They don't have to know that y'all Friday night y'all went out to this place. Y'all, because people do hate. There's always somebody
mhm,
ready to slide up in that DM and give you some
mhm.
info that they would not have even been privy to say anything to you had they just didn't see your picture pop up with your good up man and your good up girl. Like, so you don't have to post your every moment. Enjoy the moment. I would suggest that if you are in a new relationship, give it a year, maybe a little longer, before you sit there and post. Because I've seen some of y'all every 90 days, it's a whole page delete for a week, and then the next week it's a whole page fill. Oh, I'm in love, I'm in love. I literally saw someone with the same girl for like 5 years, and then like they took a break for like 2 days, and then they turned up with somebody else, and then now it's another person again after that. So I'm like, damn, when did you have time? Like, when did all of this? When did this all come up? You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right, right,
So,
right. It is
and
so much that I feel like should be left out. Um,
pregnancy, never posted
and
pregnancy.
yeah, that was gonna be my next one. Like, leave your baby situations out of the situation. Um,
Mhm.
and this is only it's not a pet peeve, but this is just what I don't like to see. I don't like to see people who are trying and are unsuccessful. And it's not that I don't want to see it because I'm not supportive of whatever your pregnancy journey is. I don't want to see what you going through. Like, can you keep your depressing moments to yourself? And maybe it's messed up that I feel that way, but that stuff will bring you down. Like, you really rooting for a person. Like, you want to see them win, and then the stuff don't work out, and then it don't work out, and then it don't work out, and then it don't work out, and it's like, yo, I'm hurting, you hurting. Like, I can't even click on your page. Like, I'm gonna have to unfriend you because I can't take one more
Yeah,
live.
the energy. Energy
Oh my god, and
vibe.
I'm glad I said live because you guys, I gotta share this because this shit happened today. So there there's a famous female comedian. She's also an actress. She's on a ton of things. So I'm not going to say her name. If anybody has come across it, you would have known, you would have seen it. She was on live today. Now, there's backstory. She's in the car. She's dressed in all black. I'm only assuming that she was leaving from a funeral. because another fantastic comedian has passed in the comedy world, and his funeral was today. So I'm assuming because she's in the cars, a lot of cars around, she dressed in all black. That's what I'm thinking. But she gets on live and she's like, well, this is what I'm not going to take, and this is what I'm not going to deal with, and you're not just going to pop in and out of my life, and I'm not just going to, be on hold for you, or just that and the third. From a female's perspective, I'm like, yeah, sis, fuck that dude. We ain't putting nothing on hold.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like,
I'm right here.
yes,
I get you.
I'm like,
I
yes,
get you.
you this you
but
dumb because you've been putting it on hold.
but
That's why you gotta go on the live like a damn dumb.
but at the
Stop
same
doing
time,
live.
the other side, it's like, are you on live right now crying over a dude right now? Like, you're not, like, are you really? So whoever this dude is, not only is he witnessing how affected you are by whatever he did or didn't do, not only is he witnessing it, you put it out there, you have your blue check mark, you got how many hundreds of thousands of followers, you got over 100 people. Like, as soon as your live pops up, it's like 150, 200 people within 2-3 seconds. All these people are witnessing whatever this dude just did to you. Don't do that, ladies. Men too, because y'all be doing some crying Tyrese shit too.
That's okay.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
If
do.
you are when you're hurting, that is not the time to be on social media. When you're in a relationship and things aren't going the way that you want, or whatever the case may be, handle that. Handle that off screen. Handle that off screen.
Yeah,
Don't bring it to
but
the
even
laugh.
when we just say relationship, not at all. Even with friendship, because friendships are levels of relationships as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just leave it. If you The way to really be able, like, if you really love a person, or you said that you cared about a person, period, leave all personal business off live, off of Instagram, off of social media. And I'm not saying just share happy moments, because I would say even less on those as well. Social media is made to make money. It's made for everybody to know, to have a snapshot of what's going on in your life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your petty ass arguments. Leave your sub tweets and your subs, whatever. If you're not gonna ask the person, if we ain't gonna know who you're talking about, why the fuck are you posting it? Like, I'd rather talk to the person directly. And if I can't talk to you, like get to you directly, I will probably snap you or send you a message or a voice note to reach you. But what I'm not gonna do is burn someone that I said that I cared about, or try to hurt
Mm-hmm.
someone because I'm emotional. So
Mm-hmm.
control your emotions and stay all the way off social media when it comes to that. Like, life, we don't know what life is, right? But when you get those memories that pop up from shit that I was like, damn, I was immature as shit. I was petty as fuck in my early 20s, cuz it's just like, yeah, bitch, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Fuck all y'all, fuck your whole family. I'm like, yikes. And that is literally in my digital footprint. That's in your digital
Yes.
footprint. So you have to think about that.
Yes.
Like, if say somebody want to say, I'm gonna Google a video of Lucky whatever having a breakdown, that shit could come the fuck up. Like, puts it in.
Yes.
Remember that
Yes.
everything has a print. So just keep your whole ass relationship off of social media until you know for sure it's a permanent situation. It's a buildable situation. It's some male friends that I won't even post, because I'm like, are we gonna be friends for a long time? Because I know how y'all be flaky as fuck. Like, I'm not, anyone I post is solid to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's real talk.
okay.
That's real talk. Like, on
And it's
mine,
far and
I
few in
have
between.
three
Far
different
and few.
three, yeah, I got 3, 4 different pages. Like, the last time I ever really posted relationship stuff was when I got married. That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I know it.
Anything, anything going forward, nobody's ever going to see that. Nobody's ever, like, y'all won't even know. Like I could be married to Lucky right now, y'all wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. We could be in the same house. She could be in one room, I could be in another. Y'all wouldn't know. Like that's how I feel like relationships need to be carried. Um, just not just because we're people who are behind mics or in front of cameras, but just for your sanity. Just for your sanity. So many people get so caught up in who post you like, why you on this person's page, and why you didn't
Yeah,
say you
like
was in a relationship with me,
you
and like it's
hold on,
like
but
they
you know
look
what
at
you
it to
should
say,
do?
mhm,
Right, you know what you should do? Follow anyone that you are in a relationship with. Don't follow them. Why? I see you. We have a personal relationship. I talk to you on the phone. I'm not you. This is basically to keep in contact with people that I can't keep in contact with. Like my homies. I'm gonna talk to you on the phone. I'm not. I might hit you in a DM if I'm in the app or I'm at work or it might be convenient. But for the most
mhm,
part, we're gonna eventually pick up the phone and call each other and talk to each other on the
mhm,
phone. And no one's not gonna know
mhm.
our whole conversation, what we talked about, what we're going through, none of that shit. So yeah, none of that.
Yeah. So many people
Like,
use social media now as a standard for judging themselves and then judging their relationships. And it's unfortunate. It's gotten to be that a lot of people can't think for themselves. A lot of people can't function without the likes. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with the show Black Mirror, be on Netflix sometimes, but one of their episodes was specific to that. One of those episodes um, was kind of just like showing how social media impacts the life. Like if you didn't have a certain amount of numbers, you were subpar. And so that's what it does to your relationship. It makes you feel like your relationship is subpar. So I would hope that people do better, come out of that mind frame and stop posting all their personal business. Okay. Okay.
overall, just like I ain't gotta know every single step y'all make. It's like you're not even doing the shit for yourself no more. You're doing it for the likes of everybody else. And are you really like?
Yeah.
And then you gotta. Some people literally stay in a relationship because they have to keep it up. Like you gotta keep up with the Joneses, as my mother would say. I'm not doing none of that
Right.
shit.
Right. Right. Alrighty, guys. We hate to leave you guys. This has been
But we gotta
fun.
go.
We gotta go. We gotta go. But before we do, make sure that you all do check us out every Wednesday here on Facebook Live at our Studio 202 DC page. Every Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Powered by Bliss FM. We're also on iHeartRadio. Also, check us out on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at illustrate_radio. Don't want you to miss out on any of the good chatter, any of the good content we have coming up. Lucky, you want to share your social media?
Of course. So, like I always say every week, I know I'm Jamaican, so I got like 5 different pages, but I'm just going to give y'all 2 today because, yeah. So, anyway, Lucky Lay Marie. That's my personal page, but again, I probably won't follow y'all back on that. Cincy Sweet is where y'all can find me. Get into the building. SENSISUITE, like luxury suite. And y'all come holler at me for all your good treats, your good healthy highs to get y'all going. So yeah. And then you can also check me out on Magical AF Podcast on Anchor. I literally just posted a new episode. I'm excited about that. We're talking about some good old big dick energy over there. So y'all come holler at me.
Ain't nothing like big dick energy. I love a dude on stage with big dick energy. I love it. I
I
love
love people.
it.
I love people with it. It's like a level of confidence. It gives you that little oomph. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yes, yes, most definitely. So, real quick, you guys who's not here today, our DJ King Cyrus. Make sure you follow him at King Cyrus Stamp. Also, Chalk is not in the building, but make sure you follow her at The Plug, Petty Best Friend. And then make sure you follow me. I'm going to give you guys two also, since your girl just started a new business. First things first, the love below
Ooh,
underscore sex talk with T Gray. And then also get these laughs.ent. So make sure you don't miss any of these fantastic things that we got going. Make sure you check
type it
in
in
with us
now.
every Wednesday. Hmm? Typing.
I said,
Make
yeah,
sure
you
you guys check
better
in
get
with
these
us
laughs.
every Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. on Bliss FM. This is Illustrate Radio. See you guys.
Thank you. Shout out to my Facebookers too.
Facebookers.
I know. That's so cool. Have a good one, y'all.